Decision day is next week, and I have never in my life been happier at the show ending ever. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Tammy. This is Tammy Talks. Let's talk Married at First Sight, Season 17, Episode 19, Sex, Lies, and Questionable Behavior. Yes, I am still recapping the show. I have been sick. So if you guys haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you guys can keep an eye on the community page because y'all were under every other video, not even watching, but just writing where's the recap for MAFS when I was saying I was sick. I was sick, y'all, okay? So let's talk about this episode. So it starts off with Emily and Claire. I guess Claire has been in communication with Cam. They back aces. They back cool, I guess. I don't know. But Cam told her that even though she's going to get emotional on decision day, that does not change the decision that they made. So basically on some, don't come to decision day, and because you feel away when you woke up that morning, think that we are going to get back together. We already decided that we're done. We're going to stay done. So meanwhile, Emily is thankful for Brendan being there for her after, she cracked her head open. So she said she made dinner reservations for them that night. She wants them to go out and have a nice talk so they can get on one accord about the status of their marriage or lack thereof. So we get Austin and Becca. She feels that off camera, he does not act like he likes her. Becca has said that that Austin is very different on and off camera. She then tells him that when they have deep conversations on camera, he is now just so emotionally spent and exhausted that they don't talk when they get off camera, and I think that's bull. Austin, that's bull. Becca, that's bull. I am tired of hearing the same conversation with these people each and every episode. The reason that he does not want to talk off camera, Becca, he don't like you. The reason he doesn't want to sleep with you, Becca, he does not like you. It is all but hitting you in the forehead, and you are choosing to ignore this. I have nothing left to give for you, sis. Nothing. So he wants her to trust that he actually does like her. Becca said, well, you know what? Believe what people do, not what they say. You can keep saying this, Austin. Every week we hear Austin saying, I'm sorry. I want to do better. I'm going to do better for you. But nothing changes. Absolutely nothing changes. So, Becca, if you have to keep asking and wondering if this man likes you, sis, he does not. He does not. So he then asks if she really believes that their disagreements are combative. She brings up that, today she told him, hey, let's leave the washing machine door open so that the washing machine doesn't get moldy. Yes, you have to do that on occasion. Let that shit air out, right? She said that today he was just like, okay. Ordinarily, it would have been a back and forth. And I said, a back and forth about what? It's a very simple request. Austin said that, well, I'm not, I don't think I'm combative. And she said, yeah, you want a long, drawn-out reason for everything when sometimes it could just be a simple, okay, cool. And I agree. What long, drawn-out reason would you, people have those, he don't like you. He does not like you. So he then feels that because her past boyfriends were passive, that she wants him to be passive as well. And he feels bad that she is praising him for not, I guess, having an argument. So they're in this pottery thing doing clay. She stands up, hands still dirty, and goes inside, I'm freezing cold, walks over to the side and said, I'm going to take your jacket because it's fleece lined. So he was like, okay, sure, get my jacket dirty. Now, it was a joke. It was some truth in there, but it was a joke. So then she takes it and turns around, puts his jacket back and grabs her own. He then said you could at least wash your hands, before you touch it. Now, I don't have a problem with anything Austin said, to be real. Yes. Why do you want to come do pottery in my jacket? Let's be real, sis. The y'all are inside, right? Would you get that much more warm with his jacket on than yours? And yes, I get that his had a little fur and all that stuff inside of it, but why would you even reach without even asking him, is it cool? I've done pottery before. I took it in high school and I have done it as an adult. So I know that when you are using this wheel, sometimes it splatters. Sometimes it does get everywhere. This is a man's jacket you're putting on. So for you, the sleeves are going to be like this. So you're going to be constantly trying to pull up the sleeves. No, I don't want you to be building whatever vase or, other little trinket bowl y'all are going to be doing on this pottery wheel in my jacket. She's offended by this. So she's hurt that he doesn't want her to mold clay in his jacket. So she's like, well, I want you to think about me first and the fact that I'm cold instead of, you worrying about your jacket that might have dust on it that we have to just wipe away. Becca, go somewhere with this bullshit. This is stupid. This is silly. This is silly. Because in this moment, you were picking a fight with him. You were picking an argument with him. And Becca, you're doing that because you are frustrated. He don't want to sleep with you. So now you are using any opportunity that you can to make it seem as if Austin is this terrible person. The fact that you are equating him not wanting you to do pottery in his jacket to him not thinking about you or putting you first is silly. It's silly. It's not like y'all were just sitting out. It's not like y'all were just sitting in the room, I don't know, drawing. You're doing fucking pottery. No, I don't want you to use my jacket that's too big for you that is going to get dirty. I don't care if it is just dust that can flake off or peel off or to get dusted off. No. On top of the fact, you didn't even ask him. You didn't wash your hands. You're like. He then goes on to say that he feels that Becca makes him look bad. And she's like, no, I don't. I think in this particular moment, you did try to. Ordinarily, I don't think that Becca does. I think that Austin is making himself look like he doesn't like her and look bad all on his own. But in this moment, Becca, you absolutely did. You tried to gaslight this man into saying he doesn't care about you because he don't want his coat to be dirty. Stop it. Stop it. So then we get Michael and Chloe. Dr. Pia comes over. Dr. Pia comes over, and Chloe said that they have an intensity that has given them the grace to be who they are unapologetically. Michael said that they are able to show up as their best selves just because they're so comfortable with each other and I don't know, the way they explained it made it sound way more complicated than it needs to be. Basically, they are being themselves. They have seen the best and the worst of each other. And because of that, they are able to unapologetically show up as themselves. They don't have their representative on. Okay. So Dr. Pia asked about the sexual intimacy. Chloe said that for her, it was important that they had an emotional connection, but they are still very physical and that things are moving very rapidly between them. We get some nanny cam footage of them sitting on the couch and she slips her hand up in his pants. And then next thing we know, it was face down, ass up. That's the way we like to, okay? That's what it looked like. I said, oh, y'all doing a lot on the nanny cam, but hell, they the only people getting in the action, okay? Kudos to them. They are both very comfortable being naked in front of each other. So Dr. Pia tells them to go to an adult toy store and she wants them to masturbate in front of each other. Dr. Pia, if you didn't have anything worthwhile to say, we didn't need this scene. These people are progressing at a natural rate. They just got married what is it, like their 12th day of marriage? They just got married 12 days ago. They just met 12 days ago. They not going to be fucking. They're going at a very, I think, natural, organic way of doing things. But I guess. Emily and Brennan, they're out to dinner, and she feels better about decision day now, post-accident, than she did pre-accident. Brennan said that there was a big disconnect for weeks on what a friendship was versus what a relationship was. And he said that the lines were getting blurred after the accident. So basically, Brennan is saying, I told you before you cracked your head open that I wanted to just be your friend. And I feel like now you're catching a feeling that I don't have after this accident. She said that that was not communicated to her. Brennan once again repeats the line of, well, my actions were showing it, but I guess they weren't clear enough. No. Open them little bitty 2 pieces of skin you call lips and talk to this lady. He said that he needs her, Brennan needs Emily, to believe that he is still trying. She said, if that is your belief, then that is what you believe, that is not my belief. He gets mad about this. And this is what always blows me with Brennan. You can't get mad about how other people are feeling in a situation that they are a part of, right? Emily does not feel that you are trying. Who are you to get mad at her for that? So then he's like, I feel like none of my effort is being acknowledged. What have you done to show effort, though? What have you done to show effort? So then it turns into Emily saying most girls would not have stuck it out like this the way that I have. She then said she stayed with him because it was growth that she saw could be had. So he said, is it you staying because you wanted to, or you convincing me to stay? I said, woo. He then said because it wasn't fair for, and she said that she convinced him to stay because she did not feel it was fair to her for him to end things and take her experience away. He then said, right, that's why I stayed, because I put you before myself. Brennan, that's bull. Brennan then proceeds to gaslight her the remainder of this conversation, right? So he said that if they wouldn't have stayed and stuck it out, then she wouldn't have always died. So now his voice is getting heavier, right? Now he's getting a little more bass and irritation in his voice. He then said that it wasn't worth almost losing you. Whoa. The way I would have said, I don't know who the fuck you think you talking to, Brennan. These people are so infuriating. So she was like, you can't even, like, you're conflating 2 different things, right? You can't, like, in hindsight, okay? Yes, in hindsight, you can say, theoretically, if they would have called it off, they wouldn't have been out on the ATVs together. But I feel like that's bullshit, asinine, and downright rude to even say. Because you forced me to stay in this relationship with you, you almost died. That's stupid. That is stupid to say. So their food comes out, and he said, I just want to eat this. So now it was awkward while they're eating. And Emily is like, I just don't think it's fair that you don't want to talk. So he gets mad, and we see him getting mad because, now he's looking all around, fuming, doing everything he can to not go upside her head on camera. And he's like, I just want to eat my steak for 5 minutes. So he then said that in an ordinary situation, no, before that, she reiterates that she does not think he gave his all, right? He then said that in an ordinary situation, you date somebody, you see them once a week for a couple of months, you start to see all their different sides. He said, I was with you for 24/7, and I started to see every single side of you that I felt I needed to see. And when doing that, I saw all your red flags. So Emily is like, what are some of these red flags? Brennan said her negativity. Now, do I think Emily is an overall negative person? I don't. Do I think that Emily has said a few negative things? Yes, because she's human. Brennan said that a positive person was a deal breaker for him. You're not positive, Brennan. You fake like you are, but you're not a positive person. You say a lot of I can, I won't, I didn't. You say a lot of that too. He's saying that Emily says the word hate a lot. I hate, I hate, I hate. Brennan then brings up the fact that he did not like the way she talked about Michael and Chloe's vows. Now, I'm on Brennan's side about this. I thought it was completely disrespectful and just uncalled for when she said that their vows were very vanilla and bland and she expected more. Girl, you don't have to expect anything from anybody else's vows. If Chloe thinks the vows were okay, then the vows are okay. I did think that was very weird for her to say. So Brennan then said that, you're just not a positive person. You're a negative person. Emily starts crying and said that she's the most positive person there is. She then storms out. Well, she walks away. She's in the bathroom sitting on the floor crying. And even production is like, I'm shocked because I would never describe you as a super negative person. While she's in the bathroom on the floor crying, Brennan is sitting there looking around just huffing, just can't take life because you are looking bad on camera. Brennan and Austin are so consumed with the optics that they're making themselves look bad, right? She comes back to the table and said, well, what are some of my other red flags? He said it's very hard for him to talk about these things because he doesn't want to hurt her feelings. And I think that's bullshit. It's not because you don't want to hurt her feelings. It's because you don't want to come across a certain way on camera. You can tell this lady, some of my red flags are, I think you had too many drinks. Some of my red flags are, I think you do this, that, and the other. You chose to call her a negative person, which you pulled out of your ass. You have been the most negative person throughout this entire process. So he is like, why don't we just talk positives? I was with Emily. We had our dinner to talk positives. You chose to talk negatives first. I don't like any of these people. Austin and Becca, we get some nanny cam footage. And he's telling her, I don't like the way you make me look on camera. He feels that Becca is putting him in a bad light. Truth be told, I don't think Becca has. I don't think that anything that Becca has said about him is a reflection on how the audience feels about him. A lot of the way that the audience feels about you, Austin, is because of stuff that you said. You don't want to sleep with her. You're not ready to sleep with her. You're trying to sleep with her, but you just can't. None of that comes down to what Becca has said at all. I mean, hell, you the one that told her she was going to hell. You said that off camera, but you're the one that said it and then reinforced it on camera. So she said that he is more concerned about the optics rather than how she's actually feeling. And he's like, no, that's not true. But then he starts going on again about how you said that I've never, you're calling me combative and I've never been described by those words. You're making me look bad to millions of people. Austin is more concerned about optics, his parents, his family, his friends seeing the real deal Holyfield about him. That's what I think it is. We get Chloe and Michael at the adult toy store. They had a good time. Awesome. We get Emily and Claire. Claire tells Emily that Brennan said that Emily tells Claire that Brennan said that she's a negative person. Claire starts crying and said, I've been protecting you as long as I can. But Brennan's been out going on dates, and it tells her that Brennan wants to go on a double date with Cameron. Emily immediately falls apart. Girl, you should have known all this. Nothing that this man has done has been indicative of a person that likes you and wants to be with you. So I don't understand why you are shocked about this. I don't. Emily FaceTimes Brennan and it's like, I know that you tried to go on a double date with Cam. Brennan thought for a moment and was like, that's not true. Everything about Brennan is given guilty, right? He then said that her negativity caused there to be no chance with them whatsoever. Said that him and Cameron joke all the time. Here's the thing. If you're married, you joking about going on a double date with your friend that is no longer married is not a joke. That's not a joke. There's nothing funny about that. So they're both talking over each other the entire time. He then said, this is how she feels after he saved her life. The way I would have hung up. And she was like, let's not act like you saved my life. There were other people there. Anybody would have done what you did. And he's like, but did they? But did they? You know why they probably didn't, Brandon? Let's keep it a buck. You're her fucking husband. So out of all these cameramen around, yes, we would expect your simple ass to go rush to your wife who's bleeding after her ATV crashed. The entitledness for me. My God. Brennan is upset that Emily wanted to be real on camera and not hide all the weird, fugazi-ass, lame-ass, negative shit that he's been doing and saying to her off camera. So the fact that you are that upset about this woman not wanting to come on and sing your praises as if you are just the best person ever in the world is weird. It's weird. You make yourself look bad on camera. You have been off Emily since she said, do you know how to have fun? And I think that's when you've been done with her. And you have been on this smear campaign doing everything you can to silence this woman, to shush this woman, to make her seem like she is just this crazy ass drunk on the after show. You made yourself look stupid. Oh, dumbass. So the ladies have a little sister circle of trust. Emily says she found out Brennan was asking Cam to go on double dates. Chloe's face was like, girl, what? Says that that Brennan called her negative. Everybody was like, yeah, we feel like you're too positive. They all talk about how the guys are more concerned about optics than anything else. Austin and Brennan are both more concerned about how they present on camera than their actual relationships, which is crazy because if y'all really wanted to present good on camera, y'all would have done everything y'all can to keep that mask on and then said yes through decision day. After decision day, then you break up with their asses. But the way that you went about this, Brennan, you made yourself look bad. Becca and Austin, they're each with their respective friends. She's telling her friend that, you know, she's giving all she can, but, you know, she's exhausted and she's tired. Austin is telling his friend that the way she describes him on camera makes it seem like he's an awful person. Apparently, when she come home, Austin had packed up all his shit and left because they got into another argument. And Austin is more worried about the optics and about how she is making him look. So now she's wondering if he has been posturing the entire time and not even really being, like, she doesn't know if he ever really liked her. Brennan comes to pick up all his stuff. Why is Emily there? Why would you be there, sis? And he then asks her if she wants to talk, and she was like, no. What are we talking about? What is there to talk about? So you can gaslight her again? They then hug, and he wishes her all the best. Let me know what you guys felt about this. I cannot wait until decision day. I'm probably going to go live after decision day. So let's say, I don't know how long the episode is going to be. I'm hoping it's just an hour and a half again. But I will probably go live after decision day so we can talk about it live. But let me know what you guys thought about this episode. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Catch you guys next week. Peace.